Home plate umpire tonight is Brian Knight, as Figgins will step up, the switch hitter, hitting .280 with 9 RBIs. And here we go. Little low, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes to count on Figgins. Line to center field. And Franklin Gutierrez right there to make the catch. Let's look at the lineups, Mike.
All right, after Figgins, you have Ibar, Rivera, Hunter, Napoli, Morales, Quinlan, Matthews hitting 8th, and Kendrick, the second baseman, is hitting 9th. Take a look at Eric Bedard to see his numbers overall. 2.5 ERA, one of the best ERAs in the league. And the defense behind him tonight is Valentin, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. Across the infield will be Beltre, Betcourt, Lopez, and Branyan. And Kenji is doing the catching tonight.
And this is Eric Ibar, the switch hitting shortstop, taking down low, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Don Wakamatsu doesn't think that the one time off, the one start off, should have that much of an effect on Eric Bedard.
No, I think the only thing that you would worry about is that he feels too strong and maybe has a tough time throwing strikes through the first inning or two, but overall he should be fine.
And he drops that one in and over for a strike. So they count 2 balls, 1 strike on Ibar. Too high. Great anticipation about tomorrow night, of course, as interleague play begins. The Angels go down south and take on the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. And, of course, the Mariners will welcome the Giants in. And tomorrow night, Randy Johnson against his old mates. And that's a strike at the knee. Randy will be facing Jason Vargas, the left-hander that's pitched so very well. Randy going for career victory number 299. Payoff pitch. And a pop-up. Again, out there near Gutierrez, and no problem with that either. 2 down, and Juan Rivera will be there. What is your most lasting memory about Randy Johnson?
Of all things, him coming out of the bullpen against the Yankees.
That was an incredible emotional night when he did. He gave up a run.
He did.
You guys came back, scored 2, and won that ball.
Yeah, no, he did. But I think that's the thing that I remember more than anything. Actually, it wasn't too bad watching him walk out to the bullpen and the roar of the crowd when he came out of the dugout.
Yeah. Breaking ball for a strike at the knees to Juan Rivera.
How about you?
Oh, I don't know. That certainly was a highlight, and I guess his no-hitter against the Detroit Tigers too. It was his rookie year, not rookie year, but his first year here.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that one.
Yeah, and he got the catch at that particular time. Mike Heath, the strikeout on a pitch about 5 feet over his head to end it. Remember that?
Yeah.
1-1 pitch. And that change is down low. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. And that was his 137th pitch on which he struck out Mike Heath.
We saw Randy do that quite a bit. Get into the 130s, sometimes 140.
And that's a little bit inside. So 3-1 on Juan Rivera. It's dangerous. Torrey Hunter on deck. And a fly ball. It's belted to deep left field, right down the line. And that baby is gone, fly away. So Juan Rivera cranks out his 3rd home run. And it's a 1-0 lead early for the Halos, as he went down and hooked that one out.
They move Rivera up to the number 3 spot. Abreu not playing tonight. He gets a pitch out over the plate. Line drive out of here.
And here's Torrey Hunter.
Talking about Randy, he wasn't too bad in that one-game playoff against the Angels either.
Right. Hunter at .391 career average against Eric Bedard. Two strikes on him. Ground ball played down there. But Dino Abell, the third base coach.
One of the things that the guys would like to see from Eric tonight is not have to throw quite as many pitches. He threw 110 pitches his last outing to go 4 2/3. But they'd like to see him have an easier time of it.
Well, you're going to throw a lot of pitches when you're a strikeout pitcher, and he is a strikeout pitcher.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of foul balls, and you're not particularly sharp. You're going to have a lot of full counts, 2-2 counts.
And that fly ball hit to deep right field, and Ichiro backing up to the track, and there to make the catch about a step from the wall. So here in the first, one long ball and another one that was long enough, but not long enough to go out. 1-0, Angels. Better check with your mom.
Yeah, I think so. For the Mariners tonight, it's Ichiro, Beltre, and Sweeney, Valentin, Brandon, Jojima, Lopez hitting 7th, and Betancourt and Gutierrez hitting 9th. Take a look at Saunders. Very good pitcher, 3.5 ERA. You'll see just 13 walks in 52 2/3 innings. And the defense behind him, Rivera, who hit a home run in the first, is out left. Hunter and Matthews in the outfield. Biggins, Ibar, Kendrick, and Morales over at first. Mike Napoli is back behind the plate tonight.
Well, as we mentioned, Joe Saunders in his last outing really struggled. He allowed his season high 7 earned runs on 8 hits in 5 1/3 innings down in Arlington, Texas against the Rangers. But against the Mariners, last year he was perfect, 3-0. And 5-1 in his career. against Seattle, and the delivery's a little bit outside ball one. 1 ball and no strikes to count. He was a winner here on the 16th of April, 5-1. That ball a base hit to left field. So Ichiro now has a 15-game hitting streak. Didn't take him long to continue that.
Hit a double in his first at bat last night. Comes back with a base hit tonight. This is a solid base hit the other way off the left-hander Saunders.
And Adrian Beltre is ripe to have a big night. He's hunting for his first hit in a week. And takes a strike on the outside corner.
Swung the bat well last night. Hit the ball hard 3 times. A couple of really nice defensive plays against him, which is frustrating when you're struggling. But the good news is there were some really good at bats.
Two strikes on it. And a breaking ball down low. A ball and 2 strikes. Saunders, of course, from Virginia Tech. When they had the tragedy there, 3 years ago? He wore the Virginia Tech hat in pitching for the Angels. Immediately after that, massacre on that campus. 1-2. Wind out of the east at 3 miles an hour. Not much of a factor at all. Overthrown high and outside. 2-2. It looked to me like he might have thought that Ichiro was going to take off, give him an overthrown fastball to give his catcher Napoli a little better shot.
Yeah, if that was the case, it was in a good spot up and away. Easy pitch to handle for a catcher to throw down the second.
And a ground ball right to the shortstop. Underhand out of the glove to the bare hand on to first for a double play. Ibar to Kendrick to Morales. That was a picture double play. Right out of the glove into the bare hand of Kendrick and then on to first.
Well, Adrian hits it hard again. Has nothing to show for it but a double play. But you can see Ibar bobbled it a little bit. Nice play by Kendrick. Barehanded. And finish off the double play.
So 2 outs, and Mike Sweeney will be the hitter. Nice sinker for a strike on the outside corner. Inside. Tigers knocking off the Texas Rangers 4-3. And that pitch is hit to left field fairly deep, right back to the warning track, but playable, and Rivera will make the catch. That will take care of the Mariners here in the first. A hit, nobody left, and after 1-0 Angels.
remember college. It's rough.
Yeah. Mike Napoli will step in and start it off here in the second inning. And sends a line drive, and boy, oh boy, Beltre turned his head and caught it anyway.
Hit right on the button, hooking at him. Sometimes you get your glove right in front of your face. It's tough to see it. Had to make a quick adjustment.
That ball was squared up. Kendry Morales will be the hitter now. For the Yankees. On their 9th in a row.
You heard when they're going to get Wong back?
I think he's going to. I believe he's going to pitch a rehab start tomorrow.
About the way the Twins took it to the White Sox today, 20-1.
Speaking of the White Sox, Jake Peavy turned down a deal that would have sent him to the Chicago White Sox. He had a no-trade deal. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A lot of people have been trying to get the San Diego right-hander, former Cy Young Award winner. And the White Sox thought they had a good deal put together, but Peavy turned it down.
I think the Padres thought they had a good deal put together, too.
And Lopez will take care of Kendry Morales. So 2 down as we continue the merry month of May. Here's what it has in store for the Mariners. Our Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Giants over the weekend. Then the Mariners are off to Oakland and Anaheim before coming home against Baltimore and Minnesota. Rob Quinlan, the hitter. Quinlan owns Bedard. 7-13 against him.
It'll be tough for anybody to hit him if he keeps throwing that pitch and getting a call for strikes. Little sinker away on the outside corner.
And a breaking ball, a curveball swung on and missed. And Joe Jimenez, he drops it, just moves out, picks it up, and throws out Quinlan. So to put out 2-3. First strikeout for Eric Bedard. 1-2-3. The Angels story, still 1-0. 1-0. The Angels leading the Mariners as we go to the bottom half of the second inning of play. Let's go back to June 2nd, 1990 against the Detroit Tigers. Randy Johnson strikes out Cecil Fielder. And now he's 1 out away from the first no-hitter in Mariner history as catcher Mike Heath will step to the plate for the Detroit Tigers. And a high fastball, he strikes out, and Randy's got it. Meanwhile, here, Vladimir Valentin is taking a pitch high from the left-hander Joe Saunders. And the next one is down low. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Change up. Good pitch right on the black.
We were talking about it. He has a good two-seam fastball. He'll consistently throw it away from the right-handers, and if you try to pull him, you're going to hit a lot of ground balls to the left side. Valentin has good power to right field.
And a one-hopper. High bar, throws him out. All-Star balloting, it's underway, and we want you to vote for your favorite Mariner. You can vote up to 25 times at mariners.com/vote. And you could win 4 tickets to an upcoming game here at Safeco Field, the All-Star Club, plus 2 autographed baseballs. One signed by Ichiro, the other by Ken Griffey Jr. Vote early and often at mariners.com/vote. Russell Branyan, the hitter now. Strike to him. Slow curveball that time, that missed inside.
Hanging breaking ball to Branyan. Russell likes the ball down in the zone. Pitch was up. Kind of a spinner, didn't really break much.
Fastball that time.
Russell so far having a nice homestand, hitting .474 over the homestand.
Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. I mentioned Vargas in the big unit tomorrow night. Saturday night, Washburn and Matt Cain, and then Sunday, Felix Hernandez and one-time American League Cy Young Award winner Barry Zito. So some great pitching matchups over the weekend. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Supposed to have fabulous weather here. Memorial Day weekend. Be very festive.
Zito's throwing better. He's 1-4, but his ERA is at a 3.6, so he's pitching much better for the Giants.
Still 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Branyan making Saunders work a little bit, fouling off a number of pitches.
Of course, besides Randy Johnson tomorrow night, it's Felix Hernandez bobblehead night. Lost him. That's a heck of an at bat. for Branyan. Branyan will strike out a lot, but he's got a great eye.
He's a patient hitter. I think, this year, especially early on, he's shown a real good idea of what it is that he wants to attack. And if he doesn't get those pitches, he typically takes them. That was a nice at-bat, fouling off of a bunch of pitches to where he ended up getting a walk, working his way back into the count.
And so Jojima will have his try now. Fastball. Boston beating Toronto again, 5-1. Well, they've made life miserable for the Eastern Division leading Blue Jays. They're a half a game back now, the Red Sox. So they sweep that series. See the Tigers knocking off the Rangers. 4-3. And the Rays score 3 in the bottom half of the 9th inning and beat the A's 6-5. High bouncer, and he's got him. As Figgins has to put a lot of mustard on that throw, and Branyan moves down to second base. As the weather begins to warm, you expect these bats to warm up too.
Well, you do. I saw a number of guys out taking early batting practice today, Lopez being one of them. Looked like he was really working hard and trying to hit the ball back up the middle. It'll serve him well if he takes that approach against Saunders, who typically pitches away with two-seamers.
And a foul back on that curveball.
Alan Cockrell, he was out early working with the guys.
Low. Right to third. And Figgins, a busy guy here, throws him out. Mariners leave a man, and we move smartly into the third inning of play on this beautiful evening with the Angels on the long ball by Rivera, 1-0. Switch hitter, the right fielder tonight, hitting .276. Bedard finds the mark at the knees with a strike, 0-1. Mariners looking for their 7th win in May, which has been a rough month for them. 6-13 in May. Two and one.
So far early in this at bat, the 3 pitches he's thrown to Matthews have all been inside.
And that breaking ball
must have been high.
I guess so.
Looked pretty good, didn't it?
Count is full, 3-2. Eric, 30 years of age. Fly ball, a hit to deep left field, and another one on the board. That's in the bullpen out there. So Gary Matthews hits his first home run of the year. A drive into the Angel bullpen on a 3-2 pitch. He was looking for fastball, and he got it.
And Eric was trying to throw this fastball inside and ended up leaving it in the middle of the plate. Both home runs he's given up tonight have been on the line, just line drives. Take a look at Kenji sit up way inside in that pitch right in the middle of the plate. Matthew hits it hard into the bullpen.
And this is Kendrick. Now he's taking the slider for a strike. Bedard's given up his 4th and 5th home runs of the year in this ball game.
If you look at the Angels, haven't had Guerrero, so as a club they're ranked 13th in the American League out of the 14 clubs in home runs. A couple of solo home runs early in this ball game.
Vladimir is going out tomorrow night on a rehab assignment. And by the time we see the Angels next weekend, he will be with them. So Kendrick down and strikes on the changeup. Time now for our trivia question. Still begging for your prize. That's a heck of a nice poster out there. The Aflac trivia question. What jersey number did Randy Johnson wear for his final Kingdom start in 1993? Always wore 51. Strike on the inside corner. You remember?
I played in that game, but no, not right away. Do you?
No, he was traded at the deadline. Right? In 1993. He was traded in 98. Two and one to count on Sean Figgins.
Well, I think if he changed his number, it'd be in honor of somebody.
Two and two.
I know he gives Nolan Ryan a lot of credit for his success and turning his career around, really, because he was really wild, and Nolan helped him out. Can't remember what his number was.
Nolan wore a couple numbers. He wore 30 with the Angels, 34 with Texas. Fouled at the plate. He gives Nolan Ryan a lot of credit for it. His career, though.
Yeah, he does.
He went. Tried to hold up and couldn't. So Pickens is down on the strikes, and Eric Ibar will be the hitter.
Well, Figgins trying to get a start to catch up to a fastball that ends up, well, it's quite a bit off the plate, up and away. Tried to check his swing and wasn't able to.
Ibar showing bunt, but then taking the strike. Minnesota just hammered Bartolo Colon and the White Sox 20-1 in Chicago tonight.
Without seeing it, I would guess that Mauer and Morneau were a big part of that.
They usually are.
Yep.
Score like that. Mauer had 6 RBIs in that game, including a salami.
He might hit a few more home runs this year. He has, he's not a guy you look at him. He's a big man. Everybody talks about, his batting average and batting titles and all that other stuff, but you would think he'd hit more home runs. Maybe this is the year where he hits 20 plus.
We will see Joe Mauer on the next homestand. Well, we played Minnesota a lot. And a breaking ball for a strike. That's his best fastball tonight, 93 miles an hour. Just barely missing that outside corner.
I think Eric thought he had it. Doesn't look like he's real happy with the call.
Curveball. Tough play. Beltre makes tough plays like that. He throws him out here in the third. Leadoff home run by Gary Matthews to add one more. And as we go to the bottom half of the third, it's 2-0 Angels. as we will be beginning the long Memorial Day weekend tomorrow with the arrival of the San Francisco Giants in interleague play. And Yuniesky Betancourt leads it off here in the third. Strike to him. Change. Wasted that one. National League, the Dodgers are running away in the West. And off the end of the bat up the first baseline, the Dodgers an 8.5 game lead over the San Francisco Giants. Are not in action today.
Looks like Saunders just wants to show Betancourt his fastball and try to get him out with an off-speed pitch.
And popped over toward the dugout and playable. So Morales takes care of that. Now to give you the answer to our flat trivia question. What jersey number did Randy wear for his final Kingdom start in 1993? We were on the right track. It was number 34 for Nolan Ryan, who 4 days earlier hurt his arm and walked off the field and never pitched another game. Dan Howard hit a grand slam home run off of him. And to salute Randy Johnson, to salute Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson wore number 34.
As we talked about, he was a big part of Randy and changing his career around. Nolan is what? He's the president of the Rangers now.
He is. 3-0 on Franklin Gutierrez. And he lost him, so on 4 pitches, Franklin Gutierrez goes to first base. You don't want to walk the number 9 hitter, especially with Ichiro on deck, but that's exactly what Saunders did here in the third. And Ichiro, who had the line drive base hit to left to extend his hitting streak to 15 games, leading off the game, has the only Mariner hit. Down low and inside, ball 1.
And that base hit was out to left field on a fastball that was up and away from him. First pitch was inside for a ball, and Napoli's going out to talk to Saunders now.
Ichiro's run scored last night, which gave the Mariners a 1-0 victory in the first inning, was his 900th run scored in his major league career. He has yet to throw a strike here in the last 2 batters.
Missed badly on that last pitch. Mike Butcher, the pitching coach, is going to go out and talk to him. Napoli was set up on the plate away from Ichiro, and another fastball that was inside to him. So he's missing badly the last few pitches.
So pitchers meeting is going to be very shortly interrupted here. But Knight doesn't make it all the way out there. With the sun setting in the west off to the left this particular time of the year, it always catches the upper wind reflector way up in the upper deck and produces that brilliant glare. Strike on the inside corner. However, it's so high that it is not a factor to the hitter.
I'm sure that Ichiro doesn't even notice it. If anybody would, it'd be a right-handed hitter, but I doubt that they can see it either.
Ichiro, that's a foul ball. Foul ball. Immediately called by the home plate umpire.
Not sure Napoli agreed with him. Still standing out in front of home plate. Home plate umpire Brian Knight taking a look at it. Made the call right away.
Two and two on Ichiro. Breaking ball, double play ball maybe. There's one. And not in time to get Ichiro.
Looked like a little bobble by Kendrick. Didn't quite get it out of his glove in time. Gutierrez right on top of Ibar. Take a look at it. If there's any hesitation at all, a little high flip too, and you can see Gutierrez right on top of Ibar when Ichiro beats it out.
And Beltre, who hit the ball very sharply, but to Ibar, they turned a magnificent double play in the first inning as the hitter.
It's tough sometimes when you're struggling at the plate and can't get hits, and then all of a sudden you start to hit the ball hard like he did last night and that first time up tonight. You start grinding away, but you have to take those steps. Typically it's a pretty good sign for a hitter. When you start to hit the ball consistently hard, those hits will start to come for you. You'd like to see them sooner than later.
And they got him picked off. Ichiro to throw to second base, and it's not in time. Ibar flying over there in midair. Couldn't make the tag.
It almost looked like he caught a knee as he was flying over there on the top of Ichiro. It was like freeze cam coming in. See Ibar flips over the top of Ichiro. Wow, he's lucky he didn't get hurt. Luckily his spikes came out of the ground soon enough to where he didn't get him stuck underneath. Oof, that could have been bad for his knee.
Yeah.
It looks like he's okay.
They had him picked off, but Ichiro has his sixth stolen base. Two and oh. And that's a breaking ball for a strike.
What makes Saunders tough. He won't give in just because it's a 2-0 count. He has first base open. And even if he didn't, he typically will come back with something off speed, pitch backwards in the count.
That may have been a ball.
The changeup down in the zone.
And a change again, and down goes Adrian Beltre, and he continues to struggle. That's the first strikeout for Joe Saunders, and after 3, it's still 2-0 Angels.
Has given up 2 home runs today. That's the difference. Dave Sims joining in with Mike Flowers, and boy, your heart goes out to Adrian Beltre.
Yeah, he's struggling right now, and he's coming out taking his extra batting practice, working on things, but 3 straight changeups, and that at bat ends up striking out. And then the frustrating part about it, Dave, is he hits the ball hard his first time up today, ends up being a double play. Last night he hit the ball hard 3 times, could not get a hit, and then of course you're going to have an at bat like his last one. You just like to see when you finally start squaring the ball up to get some base hits out of it, get some confidence going and feel a little bit better about what you're doing.
Talked to him before the game. I said, I congratulate you on not taking that out to the field. He says, no, that's not going to happen. As Rivera fouls one off. He said the thing that bothers him the most is when the club's been going bad and he's been putting up overs.
It's always the worst. It's always the worst.
He said that bothers the heck out of him. He says, I got a lot of pride, and sometimes I think I'm the reason when we have those bad streaks and not playing well. And that just bothers the heck out of him.
That's what it is too. It's a matter of taking pride and being a professional in what you're doing, and that part of it is tough. The club is winning. I mean, that's what it's all about. You feel like you can just go about your business and work your way through it. But when the club's struggling, especially to score runs, and you get opportunities and you don't cash them in, that can be really frustrating.
He was 0 for his last 23. I mentioned as I was coming over, as a kid, I always grew up hearing about Gil Hodges back during some World Series times. He couldn't get a hit during the World Series. They had novenas set for him. I mean, priests at the Catholic churches in Brooklyn, get to the gospel and say, hey, oh, by the way, let's say a couple extra prayers for Gil because he can't buy a hit right now.
He was a pretty good player.
Oh, he was a real great borderline Hall of Famer. I mean, there's so many people I met back there that could tell you about when he struggled. Same kind of deal. Yeah, he'd square one up right at somebody, Hit one deep to the track. Guy reaches up over the fence, pulls it in. Just ridiculous.
Postseason.
Oh, yeah, it was just murder. And the other thing, too, I mean, with all the guys, almost 18,000 guys that played Major League Baseball, everybody's been through one. And Beltre says, listen, I usually go through a stretch like this, usually a slow start, but not this bad. I mean, it's May 21st. Bedard's 2-2, breaking ball, fouled away. This guy, how about Rivera, what he did last time? 3-1 pitch, got out on the front foot, strong enough to get the hands back, and bang, got the hands through the zone and kept it fair.
Both those pitches that were hit out, the one Matthews also middle to away, down in the zone, and you're right, they were both out there. But the key to it is they were ahead in the count, and Eric missed his spot with the fastball, and they hit line drives out of here.
Now Bedard's run a 3-2 count to Rivera leading off the fourth. Torrey Hunter and Mike Napoli to follow. Here's a 3-2.
It's been one of the biggest keys for Eric this year. One is health. He's been healthy, but two, his ability to throw his breaking ball. When he's been behind the count, he has one of the best breaking balls. He'll also bury it, try to get you to chase it, but his ability to throw it for a strike when he needs to, like he did on that last pitch, just gives you something else to think about as a hitter.
3-2 pitch. Heck of a job by Rivera to keep this at bat going. So Juan Rivera is going to be facing pitch number 10. He's in the lineup largely because of Gary checked that Bobby Abreu last night, running out a ground ball to end the first inning. Talked to Bobby before the game. He said either the step before or when he hit first base, or the step after first base, he injured one of his toes on the left foot, and he's unavailable tonight. So a walk to Rivera to lead it off. Bedard struck out 2. That's his first walk. Here's Torrey Hunter. Hunter sent Ichiro to the wall in his first at bat.
Ended up getting a fastball up and out over the plate. See if Eric changes things up on, tries to crowd him a little bit more.
Yeah, he got that. He really went with that pitch. Did a nice job. He's 5 for 15 in the series. Ball 1. Played with Junior, played against Kirby Puckett. This guy's in that conversation in terms of his ability to cover center field.
Torrey can certainly go get it. You know, it was the big debate for a while there was when Mike Cameron was playing here too, and who was better between the two of them. Flip a coin as far as I'm concerned.
It's one of those, you want to have first pick, I'll be happy with the second.
Yeah, you'll be pretty good with either one of them.
One to 1 to Hunter. Infield looking for double play. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Hunter with the double last night, 1 for 4. Bedard's ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Torrey Hunter. Breaking ball hit to Betancourt. Lopez for 1, ran in for 2. Just what the doctor ordered. 2 down here in the fourth. Hey, make sure you visit the official online shop of the Mariners at mariners.com. You can browse the largest selection of the authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your gear. Mariners.com shop. First Mariner double play this evening. With Mike Napoli. Napoli, number 1 in the American League entering tonight. 500 batting average against left-handed pitch. I've seen this guy develop over the last couple of years.
He's always had power, but now he's hitting for a pretty high average, and I think his catching has improved also since he first came up. He looked like just a slugger and surviving behind the plate, but now he does a nice job, throws the ball pretty well. He definitely has had some pop. He's always had that.
Good tandem, he and Mathis. Jeff Mathis. 0-1. Bedard's got him 0-2. Going to try to finish him off right here. 4th inning action, 2-0. Bedard's given up 2 home runs. Rivera in the first with 2 outs. Matthews leading off the third. 1-2. Mariners tonight through 3 innings, just 1 hit. That was Ichiro leading off, extending his hitting streak to 15. The 1-2. Rick Adair, the pitching coach, real proud of what that bullpen crew did last night. Man, that was something. Batista, Lowe, and Ardsman. Jakubowskis wasn't too shabby either through 6.
That was a dominant performance by the bullpen last night.
3 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. And all those guys were gassing it up.
95 or better.
3-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses away, so Napoli earns a walk, second walk of the game and the inning. I think the biggest turnaround, and I'll say turnaround, Miguel Batista. Been more consistent, and so I read a couple of quotes. The guys were saying he was throwing some of the nastiest, some of his slider last night was as good as it's ever been since
he was throwing it hard, too. It was 88, 89 miles an hour. He's been very aggressive with his fastballs. Two-seamer had some pretty good run on it. He's throwing 94, that thing running in on the right-hander's hands.
Eat you up.
Yeah.
Totally eat you up. Here's Morales. Morales walked twice last night, 0-2. Here's what happened last night, a Quest high-speed pitch. Those boys were bringing it. Those are the highs last evening. I get a kick out of watching the bullpen every night. It's like they're walking in precise military formation as they go to the bullpen. It's amazing, led by John Wetland, and they're walking. It looks like they're attacking in an open field during the Civil War.
You know what's even more impressive is they do the same thing coming in after the game.
Right,
Usually guys are ready to go at that point out there for 3 hours, and they do the same thing.
He needs a little bit of drum music, a little drumming, and just to keep the armament out of their hands and really be something. Boy. Say we're telling you about what I say with 300 Spartans, huh?
Cool looking helmet, mask.
2-0. It's only May. They have plenty of time to accumulate more gear too. Bedard's got 2 outs, but he's 2-0 to Morales with a runner at first. Slow curveball for called strike, 2-1. Morales, one of 4 switch hitters in the lineup tonight for Mike Scioscia's crew. Fouled off. So Bedard, let's see, pitch count starting to move up. Mike Scioscia, his ball club won the first 2 games in this series, 10-6 and 6-5, and then the Mariners 1-0 last night. Mariners lead this season series 5-4 against the Angels. Here's the 2-2. Struck him out. Good heat. So Bedard walks 2, but gets out of the 4th without any more damage. Mariners down 2-0. We'll send up Sweeney, Valentin, and Brandon when we return. 2-0 Angels and a couple of solo home runs. Juan Rivera in the first, Gary Matthews Jr. in the third inning. Joe Saunders, boy, he has been a horse for these guys the last couple of years. He got knocked around by Texas his last start, but on the year he's 5-2 with a 3.59 ERA. Here's Mike Sweeney DHing tonight. He'll lead off. Mike fly it out to left in his first at bat.
Guys are really going to have to concentrate on hitting the ball the other way off of him. Getting a lot of ground balls, and typically it's that little two-seamer he throws away from him. Get out in front of it and roll over on a pitch. He doesn't throw hard, so you have to stay with it. That's a good changeup right there.
Well, he's been a thorn for the Mariners. 5-1, a 4.12 ERA against the Mariners. Out of Virginia Tech.
Might get the ball pretty good his first time up. Hit it to the warning track out in left field. I think the wind knocked it down a little bit. Certainly didn't crush it, but when he first hit it, I thought maybe it had a chance.
Mike last played against the Red Sox last weekend. Joe Saunders out of Virginia Tech. He's a Hokie. Sweeney's able to lay off Saunders in his last start. Texas pounded him. 5 1/3, 8 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 3 home runs, walked 2, struck out 4 in 94 pitches. Three and 2 to Mike Sweeney. Morales taking a look. He'll run out of room. The Mariners continue to look forward to guys coming back. Ryan Roland Smith, have a rehab assignment coming up. Roy Kirkland's going to make the trip, travel with the team, then they'll send him out. Sean Kelly hope they get him back maybe late June. Bouncing ball to the shortstop. Ibar throws off the back foot, 1 down. 1 out here in the Mariners' fourth. Felix Hernandez bobblehead night. It's set for tomorrow. Mariners and Giants opening a 3-game series. First 20,000 fans are going to take home the 7-inch version of Felix, courtesy of the folks at UW Medicine and FSN. For tickets, visit mariners.com/bobble. Don't forget, Giants in town. First time they've been to Safeco Field since '06. And the weather forecast sounds like we're going to have a repeat of what we had last weekend when the Red Sox were in town. So come on down, folks. Randy Johnson. This is fourth Safeco Field start tomorrow evening. Here's Ballantine. Bounced out to short his first time. Back up the middle. Tapper to Saunders. Easy play. 2 outs. Saunders throwing 1-hit ball. 2 outs into the 4th inning.
7 ground ball out so far.
He's done a heck of a job. And the point you make about it, he doesn't throw it so hard, but he's one of these pinpoint kind of guys. Runs the ball in and out.
Typically down and away, down and away. If he throws something inside, it's just for show. He'll throw it in off the plate just to give you a look at it, and then he's going to go back away again.
Here's Brandon. Striking the outside corner. This is Brian Knight. Brandon walked in a 9-pitch at bat back in the 2nd inning. Brandon, the offensive leader for the Mariners. Was able to hold. He did, said third base umpire Hunter Wendelstadt. Great run here for Brandon. 10 homers, 20 RBIs, 11 doubles, leading the ball club. 25 runs, slugging, an on-base percentage leader. The 2-1. There's a strike.
Saunders looks like he's starting to get some of those borderline pitches too. Makes it even tougher. But when you show the kind of command that he has, and you're throwing strikes in an area around the plate, get the benefit of the doubt on some of the pitches.
One of the things that Chris Jakubowskis talked about last night, remember, he got a couple of pitches that probably could have gone his way, didn't, but he was able to battle through it. 3-2 to Branyan. Earns his second walk. Third of the night for Saunders.
I think that's important, though. You know, the guys back there calling the balls and strikes, they're going to miss them every now and then. And it can get you really frustrated when that happens. But it's what you do after the fact. It's over with now. You have to keep pitching and trying to work your way out of it. And Chris did a great job of that last night. A couple of those pitches we thought were strikes, too. And he ended up just, you know, grinding away.
Remember, he took a couple steps off the mound, and then Lowe came in. He threw a couple of pitches at Ham. Oh, maybe not. Kenji Jojima bounced out to Figgins back in the second inning. Angels not known as a home run club, but they have 2 tonight. Rivera and Matthews. Those are the scores. It's 2-0. Runner goes. Throw by Napoli. How about Russell Branyan? That's his second stolen bases, 2 for 2. Now, granted, they weren't holding him on, but that's what happened the last time. I think his first one early, about first, second week.
Well, they're holding him on. You can take a look at it's the way they play the defense. I don't particularly like that play, but it's one of those deals where they kind of step a couple of feet out in front of first base, and they have little signs with each other going or not going, and whether they're going to throw over or not, and they kind of jockey back and forth. I think it's difficult for a first baseman, but Russell with a great jump.
Down the line foul. Good baseball acumen by Russell Branyan. I can't remember that first one. That is a different way of holding him on. But I remember it was a straight steal. The pitcher, whoever was pitching in that game, barely looked at it. Can't remember it was this. We're going back now, second week I think of the season, when he picked up that stolen base. So Kenji with a chance, driving a run here, 2 outs.
Well, I think for a big man, he runs pretty well. And as far as running the bases first to third and coming out of the box and making things, he's one of the better base runners on this club as far as I'm concerned. I mean, just watching him for almost a couple of months now, he does a really nice job. He has a real good feel for all of that. Gets a nice secondary lead out at second base when the pitcher's coming to home. He just does a lot of things right on the base pass.
Getting a chance to play every day for the first time in his career. 2-2 to Jojima. And he clapped it up in the infield. Howie Kendrick. That'll do it for the Mariners. Here in the fourth, they get Branyan to second on a walk and a stolen base, but Saunders shuts the door. blonde hair and a white top, and Sammy's in the brown hair. And
when you see this side, I think you're going to like it.
There's Rob Quinlan to start it off here for the Angels. That is good.
He's here at his first game. Dad already said he's the MVP. I don't know how much he's going to be able to do with those French fries, but
that's pretty cool. That's not bad.
There it is. Check him out.
That's a proud dad there, boy.
Yeah, why not?
1-1 to Quinlan, followed by Matthews and Kendrick. Fouled into Kenji's glove. Ball and 2 strikes. Starting them young. Had his Mariner gear on and everything. Quinlan, the DH tonight. Bedard 2-2. So now he's getting a little milk chaser there. That's
I like his hair.
Breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Quinlan's gone for the second time. That's a 4th strikeout. Second time Bedard has got Quinlan. Bedard last time out threw 110 pitches, but he did it in 4 2/3. High pitch count of the season. That was the shortest stint of the season. That was a no decision. His last 3 starts have resulted in no decisions. There's Gary Matthews. He took Bedard out of the ballpark last time on a 3-2 pitch. It was leading off the 3rd inning. Matthews' first home run, RBI number 13.
Well, his pitch count's a lot better this time. That's 83 pitches for him right now, and he's only given up 2 hits. They both just happen to be solo home runs, and that's why he's behind in the game. But overall, he's pitched pretty well.
Struck out 4, walked 2. Get out of play. Mariners 1 hit. Ichiro led off the home first with a base hit. Was erased in the double play. Saunders has walked 3, struck out 1. Two to Matthews. Bedard, part of a big trade with Baltimore. Set the lights of George Sherrill. Adam Jones over to the Orioles. Here's the 2-2. That's going to get fouled, but boy, hit it a long way.
Speaking of Adam Jones, you see the line drive he had off of Jabba Chamberlain's knee today?
I heard about it, didn't see it. I tuned in, I think, a little bit later than that. Yeah, it was ugly. I think Jabba had to leave the game right after that.
Looked like he hit him on a kneecap.
Bedard's got 5 strikeouts, not 4. And he's 3-2 again to Gary Matthews. Foul. 1 out here in the 5th. Gary Matthews will be followed by Howie Kendrick. Looking forward to seeing the Little League parade this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. There's going to be thousands of Little Leaguers here. Chance to walk around the field. It's going to be fun. Giants come to town for a weekend series. Matthews straight away, the 3-2 pitch. Drives it to right. Ichiro taking a long run into the corner. Well, he's got some ups, doesn't he? He puts that foot in and explodes up the wall. It's amazing.
Did that hit the wall up there? He had a chance, actually, with this one.
Got there a tad late.
Yeah, right on the edge of the wall.
Matthews battling Bedard. Here we go. 3-2. One more time. Got him. Take out number 6. 2 outs here in the Angels' 5th. Take a look at the Cabot Woods Stains legendary performance. Take it back to May 21st, 1930. George Herman Babe Ruth. He had 3 home runs in a game for the first time in his career. And he batted right-handed for 2 pitches in his final at-bat before striking out.
What?
Yeah. He was that good. You ever read that Lee Montville bio on him? It's a great story, great read. George Herman Babe Ruth, just a bigger than life personality. Still amazing. Think of those numbers: 714 home runs, a 342 batting average.
Didn't he hit more home runs one year than most teams or all the other teams?
Like the entire the rest of the American League. 0-2 to Kendrick. Bedard closing in on 100 pitches for his efforts. Trying to close out the 5th. 2-2. Bedard struck out his last 3 hitters. With a chance to make it 4 here with Kendrick. Bouncing ball to Betancourt. Good throw, and he retires Kendrick. The 1-2-3 in the 5th. Nice job by Bedard. Now he needs some help. Bottom of the order coming up: Lopez, Betancourt, and Gutierrez.
.com.
Joe Cocker just had a birthday, 65 years young. That's Connor Padgett. He was our Rally Fry person tonight, he and his family. Let's see if the Rally Fry effect works here for the Mariners. Down 2-0. Bottom 3rd of the order here in the 5th. Lopez, Betancourt, Gutierrez.
Yeah, they really need to get something going. Just 1 hit so far for the Mariners in the game.
Jose trying to pick it up as well. We were talking about Beltre's slump. Lopez 0 for 1 tonight on the homestand. He's 1 for 21. Going the other way. Here's a base hit. Fine start here in the 5th inning. Tomorrow, good matchup. Jason Vargas, who's pitched to 2 no decisions, picked up a win as a reliever. He's pitched very well. Randy Johnson going for win number 299 tomorrow. Randy Johnson, former Mariner, as everybody knows, going to the Hall of Fame. His 4th start at Safeco Field. Here's Betancourt. Down play, strike 1.
That's a good idea by Uni. The right side of the infield is wide open. As we talked about earlier, Saunders typically throwing the majority of his pitches away from the guys. Nice piece of hitting by Lopez. One of the things I was talking about earlier, watching him take early batting practice today, Dave, is he was hitting a lot of balls up the middle the other way, and he had to feel like that was going to serve him well. So I was one of the first guys to hit one hard the other way.
Uni does it. He follows. First and second. Right on cue. Nice setup here for Gutierrez. 2 on, nobody out.
Again, a nice piece of hitting by Betancourt. Just taking what Saunders is giving him. These guys are getting through the lineup again, and nice piece of hitting, nice line drive, almost identical to the ball that Lopez hit.
Both guys second time up against Joe Saunders. And Gutierrez got runners at first and second. Leads the ball club with 5 sacrifices. Figgins is in at the cut at third base. Figgins moving in. Gutierrez bunts it foul. Sacrifice in order. Looked like he was bunting for a base hit.
Done a nice job of getting those bunts down. The Mariners are first in the league in sacrifice bunts. The Angels second. But I think you have to try to get the runners up and get something on the scoreboard at this point.
Get into their bullpen, which has not been real good.
Right. 76 pitches for Saunders.
She runs 2 hits for the Angels, both home runs. No runs, 3 hits, 2 of them here in this inning for the Mariners. Taking a look is Morales. He's got to play. How about that? So now 1 out. Runners at first and second. Back to the top of the order. And Ichiro. Get on board Friday, June 5th. For the always popular Collector Train Night as the Mariners host the Twins. Those 20,000 fans take home a Safeco Field 10th anniversary train car, courtesy of Pepsi and Fred Meyer. For tickets, visit mariners.com/train. Gutierrez showed bunt at 1 foul. He gave him a green light to swing away, fouled out to the first baseman. So now Ichiro extended his hitting streak to 15 games. He had the first hit against Joe Saunders. Looks at a strike.
I think if this would have been a little bit later in the game, they would have stayed with the bump. But a lot of times when you bring the corners in that far, you mentioned Figgins was in on the grass. First pitch is a bunt attempt, doesn't get it down. You feel like he's going to get a pretty good pitch to hit. On the next pitch, he's going to throw a fastball in there, which he did. And Franklin wasn't able to handle it and ended up popping it up.
Ichiro and Kendrick. High bar, that's all they'll get. So 2 outs, runners at the corners. Lopez takes third. So now Beltre 0 for 2 tonight, 0 for his last 23. His last hit, 4th inning double last Thursday in a 3-2 loss at Texas. Terry Hunter shading Beltre about 4 or 5 steps towards right center field. Big gap in left center. Beltre struck out. 3 straight changeups. Saunders threw to him to finish his last at bat, strike 1. Beltre grounded into a double play and struck out. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Throw over to get Ichiro. Ichiro stolen base back in the 3rd inning. His 6th of the year. 0-1 to Beltre coming here from Joe Saunders. Runner goes. Ichiro trying to get a run down. Now the runner comes halfway home. Lopez is in a pickle. Figgins is faster than he is and runs him down. Inning over. So that'll do it for the Mariners here in the 5th. It's 2-0 Angels.
The Tracer is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
2-0 Angels over the Mariners. Top of the 6th coming up. It was not a great ending to the 5th inning with Lopez at third, Ichiro at first breaks, getting a rundown, and Lopez is retired 1-3, 6-2-5, and now we have a new pitcher for the Mariners. It's Brendan Morrow. Eric Bedard goes 5 innings of 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 95 pitches, 57 for strikes. So 95 pitches in 5 innings, and Bedard is done. That brings on Brendan Morrow. Second time we've seen him in the last week in a 5th, 6th inning type of situation as they try to restore, get his innings up, get his confidence back after those 2 disastrous finishes in Texas last week. Morrow's going to face the top of the order for the Angels. It'll be Sean Figgins leading off, Eric Ibar, and Juan Rivera. What do you think of the remaking, rebuilding process doing in here at the big league level in the middle, and giving him middle game opportunities?
I think as long as he gets those opportunities fairly consistently, I think it's fine.
I can't remember the last time I saw a guy in a situation like this. Nothing really rings a bell in that regard.
He's pretty unique. You know what I mean? You're not going to take a veteran closer guy and put him in this type of situation. And with Brandon right now, they're trying to, like I said, get his confidence back. And I think the main thing is to be able to throw strikes, take some of the pressure off of him, of knowing that if he gives up a run, he's going to cost his team the game. Right now, he comes into this game, they're already behind 2-0. It's important for him to keep the score there. Don't get me wrong, but
no, that's a great point.
But you know, I mean, but giving up a run doesn't cost them the game right now.
Not like the trauma they had in Texas for those 2 games.
Right, exactly. They're going to keep him away from that. And everybody knows Brandon has a great arm. I think it also affords him to give him the ability to go out and try to work on some of his other pitches also. The main thing is he has to throw strikes with his fastball.
Going back to spring training, not a whole lot of innings under his belt.
4,
coming in.
I think 4.
And then add to what he's done up to about, I guess, through the Texas appearance, it was like a total of 12 innings.
Yeah, and he missed time twice already.
Right. Popped up, foul territory for Brendan. Important out right there. They get the first one here in the 6th. Full day of action in the major leagues. The Texas Rangers lose today to the Tigers. So the Athletics, they lose as well. Getting a correction on the scoring on that last out previous inning. We'll get that for you in a second. 1-3-4-2-5. Originally I said 1-3-6-2-5.
Shortstop was the only one that didn't get to play.
He was disinvited. Ibar 1-0.
I think what's interesting to me, Dave, is the fact that he's going to a windup now, as opposed to just pitching out of the stretch the entire time.
I would say he was a lot more comfortable. He got a better rhythm going this way as well. Called strike.
Well, his issue, I thought, was his fastball and keeping his fastball up out of the zone and not being able to get it down for strikes. And so far, out of the windup, it looks like he's able to do that.
The other thing, too, in addition to that, not having a good secondary pitch, and I keep going back to Chris Davis down in Texas.
Yeah.
He said, hey, I'm looking for fastball because I know he can't get the other one over.
Right. Well, and that's no secret. He just tried to throw a slider on that last pitch, 84 miles an hour. But that's what hitters try to do. They either try to eliminate one side of the plate or eliminate pitches, and that's what they're going to try to do. And the more they can do of that, the easier it's going to be on them.
Talking to Bobby Abreu about that. He said when Felix is on, he's got like 5-6 pitches. So he said he went up there that first time a couple of days ago, eliminated like 4 of them, just sat on 2.
Right.
He said if I get it, hey, if he gets me, hey, tip my cap. Felix coming off a subpar performance. 2-2. So Brandon Morrow in relief of Eric Bedard. Bedard making his first start. It missed his last time in a rotation because of a hamstring pull suffered in his last start. That was at Minnesota. He's back on the 10th. Swing and a miss, and Ibar's gone. And Bedard, 5 innings, 95 pitches, gave up a couple home runs.
Nice pitch.
Good movement on that effort. Here's Bedard. Here's what he turned in for his performance this evening. How about what the club's going to have to do when Kelly, Corcoran, Roland Smith are all going to be coming back, say in the next 4 weeks. Kelly probably a little bit later, maybe 4 weeks, but Ryan Roland Smith could be back in 10 days. Corcoran's going to get sent out. There's going to be some personnel decisions have to be made. Menez is trying to get back.
Some tough ones, too, because the majority of the guys out in the pen are pitching pretty well, so that makes it tough. We showed the numbers of what they've done from the 7th inning on. It's been fantastic.
Yeah. Insight to Rivera. Rivera, first inning on a 3-1 pitch, homered off of Bedard. It made it 1-0 Angels. Third inning, leading off, Gary Matthews' 3-2 pitch. He hit his first home run of the season to make it 2-0. Driven deep to right. Ichiro given ground. He's at the track, makes the catch. That ball jumped off the bat, stayed in the yard. 1-2-3. Nice inning for Brandon Morrow. Some work to do for the Mariner offense. Beltre will lead it off. 866 Litter 1 Litter, and it will hurt. And by Wendy's. Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers go straight from the grill to the bun to you. Beautiful night here in Seattle. And you got to love with the days starting to get longer. In fact, this game's cruising along. This is great. It's 5 to 9 Pacific time, and it's still bright out. Got to love it. Beltre was at the dish during the attempted double steal. That resulted in Lopez being gunned down, tracked down by Sean Figgins. So Adrian will lead off here in the inning. And there it is, a base hit for Adrian Beltre. Taking a turn, he'll slam on the brakes. That's his first base hit since the 4th inning double last Thursday in the 3-2 loss at Texas. That breaks an 0 for 23.
And that's a huge relief for him just to get one on the board. Take a look at it. As we were talking about, Adrian yesterday hit the ball hard, hit it hard his first time up, and that pitch away from him. Does a nice job and hits a line drive into left field. Hopefully they'll start coming in bunches for him now.
The Mariners, they've been getting people on base. 4 of the 7 last hitters have been on, but they haven't been able to score anybody. Here's Mike Sweeney. One swing away from tying this thing up. Sweeney 0 for 2. Fly to left, bounce to short. Good for Adrian Beltre. 0 for 23. It does not have a good ring to it. It's over. Popped up. Napoli taking charge. One out in the 6th. Catch an all-new episode of Mariners All Access this Sunday on FSN. We're going to go one-on-one with outfielder Vladimir Valentin. Get his thoughts on this young season. And it was an afternoon area youngsters won't soon forget. The Mariners headed out to local schools for the annual Mariners Dream Team Day. Mariners Dream Team Day. So make sure you catch that and more on Sunday at noon. Mariners All Access. There's Valentin. 0 for 2. That's a foul ball. Joe Saunders throwing a heck of a game here. He's walked 3, struck out 1. Gave up a couple of hits in the 5th. Mariners got the 1st and 3rd with 2 outs, and threat ended right there. Oh, 0-1 to Valentin. Valentin, they're showing a lot of faith in this young man, batting him in the 4 hole. Went 0 for 4 last night. Flied out 3 times to center field and struck out. The 0-2. Strike 3 call. 2 outs. So Valentin in his 3rd game batting 4th, now 0 for 3. Brandon's walked his first 2 times up. He got a stolen base his 2nd. Mariners 3 games under 500 starting the day, 5 games behind Texas. Slow breaking ball for a strike. Rangers lose this afternoon. The winner of this game pick up a full game on the first place Rangers. The ball is 2 strikes to Brendan.
Russell tried to tie it up right there on that swing. Take a look at this swing.
Boy, that's a power too.
It's not leaving much in the bag right there. He had the driver out.
See if we can get a nice draw shot about 386 feet.
I'm in.
One and two. Offensive leader for the Mariners this year. Long look by Saunders. Two and two. One long ball away from tying it up. And this for Mariner Ball Club, it's 8-3, 3-1 at home against left-handed starters. Saunders has done a number on them here tonight. Full count. The third time he's going to a full count to Russell Brennan. Brennan came in 0 for 2 against Joe Saunders. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Beltre takes off, swing and a miss, and Brennan goes down swinging. Saunders gets out of a little bit of difficulty, gives up a leadoff base hit to Beltre, who ended his over, but he's left standing at first base. 2-0 Angels. High Desert, and he's putting up some nice numbers. 361, 11 home runs, 37 runs batted in. Nice OPS. So congratulations to Alex Liddy. Brandon Morrow, his second inning of work. If you're just joining us, Eric Bedard, 5 innings, 95 pitches, 2 runs, a couple of solo home runs, one to Rivera, one to Mathis. Torrey Hunter to lead it off, followed by Mike Napoli and Kendry Morales, 4, 5, and 6 against Brandon Morrow. Ball and strike to Torrey Hunter. 0 for 2 tonight. Two and one. What do you think of Morrow's secondary pitches? I mean, obviously the fastball is his meat.
I think he needs to throw them more. I think when he was starting last year, they were better. And he had better command of them. They had better bite to them.
The game against Pettit and the Yankees here. No hitter into the 8th.
is terrific. And when you listen, he's throwing 95 to 97 miles an hour. If you can give a hit or something else to think about, that pitch is really going to jump up on you. But if you're just sitting back on fastballs the whole time, eventually it's going to catch up to you. He has a great fastball. You can check the speeds out right there. His slider is pretty good, though. If he throws it, and it's like anything, you have to work on it. He's just pumping heaters right now. 98 on that last one. No question that he's a fastball pitcher. He's going to throw his fastball. He's going to throw it a lot. But if you can throw a little wrinkle in there, give him something else, really makes it tough.
Brandon last pitched on Monday. Here's the 2-2 to Hunter.
Split.
3-2. Mike Napoli, Angels catchers on deck. Monday, Morrow went 2 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Popped up. Short right field. Ichiro towards the line. Makes the catch. 1 out in the 7th inning. We'll take a look at the Firestone leaderboard. Active strikeout leaders. And it's an impressive list. Randy Johnson at the top, 48-31. John Smoltz still rehabbing for the Red Sox. Tom Glavine trying to come back and get in some action here this year. Jamie Moyer, tough loss yesterday. Javier Vasquez and Andy Pettit. There's Mike Napoli. Napoli 0 for 1. Lined out hard to Beltre in the 2nd inning and walked in the 4th. That one got Kenji. Brian Knight going to give him a chance, I'm sure. See if Napoli, a fellow catcher, has some compassion and wait before he gets back in the box.
97 right off your shoulder. Put some ice on that after the game.
Took a little something off of that. Napoli missed it. 1-2.
Nice split from Brandon.
A 1-2 to Mike Napoli. Fouled off. Well, Joe Saunders has really been pitching a heck of a game here tonight against the Mariners. Giving up no runs on 4 hits. Struck out 3, walked 3. Really stymied the ball club tonight. 1-2. Nicely done.
It was just what we were talking about, Dave, in that at bat. A couple of fastballs, a couple of splits, and puts him away with a good slider. Take a look at this last pitch. He's geared up for 97 miles an hour. You don't have much time to react. And that pitch starts in the strike zone and dives out. Nice pitch.
Two outs, quick 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Here's Kendry Morales. 0 for 2 tonight, ground out and a strikeout. Morales 0 for 2 last night. He's 4 for 13 on this series. Oh, 2.
Morales has an 0-2 with a couple of off-speed pitches. He's been watching from the dugout. He knows he still has that 97 in his back pocket, but right now he's not sure what he's going to throw.
The 0-2 came after him. Mariners a 1-0 victory last night. Angels won the first 2 games 10-6 and 6-5. Mars got Morales 0-2. Ball and 2 strikes.
You see Kenji hold that one for a second.
You sure? Are you sure? One and two. See you later. Nice work by Brandon Morrow. 2 innings, 3 strikeouts. Holds the fort very nicely. Mariners down 2-0. Home 7th coming up. Labor Council reminding you that if you work safe, you're home safe. Good to have you with us, everybody. This homestand continues tonight, wrapping up the series with the Angels. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. Beautiful night here in Seattle. Those of you watching around the country, summertime is, well, slowly making its way to the Pacific Northwest. Mike, it'll eventually get here, right?
You in a hurry?
Well, June 22nd, it'll get here. We've been teased with some spectacular weather a few days here and there. Joe Saunders has thrown a heck of a ball game. He has had some mastery over the Mariners, 5-1 with a 4.12 ERA coming into tonight's contest. Kenji Jojima pops this one up infield for Howie Kendrick. 1 out. Veteran Darren Oliver warming up for the Angels. Oliver's going to pitch a long time, guaranteed. He's got a 1.47 ERA in 10 games. And Garrett Olson starting to heat up for the Mariners. Brandon Morrow has thrown 2 shutout innings. Here's Jose Lopez. Lopez with a base hit his last time up. 1 for 2. Bouncing ball to Ibar. Dug out nicely by Morales. A quick 2 outs. Well, Elliott Bay and the Olympic Mountains and Route 99 going by. One of the many postcard opportunities you get here at Safeco Field. And the good news, just like last weekend when the Red Sox were in town, Giants come to town and weather forecast is outstanding. Randy Johnson, Jason Vargas, they get it going tomorrow night. Randy Johnson looking for career win number 299. 2-0 to Betancourt. Really 1 for 2 tonight. Saunders, here he is, 2 outs in the 7th. That was pitch number 100. Number 101's popped up, and that's going to be a quick inning for Joe Saunders as Figgins corrals that one. And nary a whimper from the Mariner offense here in the 7th. 7 in the books. It's 2-0 Angels.
FSN is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment and dining destination.
Back here at Safeco Field, the Angels have a 2-0 lead. A home run by Rivera in the first, Matthews in the third. They've stood up. We take a look at the Home Depot doing more on defense. Brandon Morrow, Mike, not bad over his 2 innings.
No, I thought he was really good tonight. Mixing in all of his pitches. Through a number of splits. There's a good slider to strike Napoli out. Another split finger. I mean, he just really had it all working tonight, and I think that's really encouraging. Hopefully he gained some confidence from that.
Faced 6 hitters, struck out 3 of them. 2 innings, 3 strikeouts, the rest zeros. As we look at Garrett Olson. Last time we saw Olson, last Saturday, he started his first start for the Mariners. 6 innings of 5 runs. 4 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. It wasn't that bad a game for him. He got the first 2 outs in the first inning. Walked J.D. Drew, gave up a 2-run homer to Jason Bay, and then repeated that pattern in the second inning. And Quinlan, 1-2. That Mr. Olson acquitted himself reasonably well in his first start, emergency operation on Saturday.
Well, I thought he did a nice job.
Quinlan has struck out twice. And he did 3 times. 1 out here in the 8th. So Mariner pitching struck out 3 consecutive hitters now. It wouldn't be a matchup against the Angels if Scott Shields didn't pitch against the Mariners. Another guy trying to refine the form he had a couple of years ago. Here's Gary Matthews. Home run and a strikeout. This pitch by Olson. 0-1. Talked to Gary in the radio pregame show about his nutrition. I saw him in the dugout with his laptop. I said, "What are you doing? Stocks, bonds? What are you doing here? Blogging?" He says, "No, I'm contacting my nutrition people." He has stuff delivered to his home, and he takes a lot of it on the road. And talked about when he was at Texas a couple of years ago, how much weight he lost, like 8-10 pounds by the end of the year. You know,
in
you know
center
about
field
that
in that heat.
Yeah, man. Olson's got him 2-1. 3. 3-1. It's foul. Gary's dad, broadcaster with the Philadelphia Phillies radio crew. Meanwhile, Garrett Olson has turned in some nice work for the Mariners. Back up the middle, and is able to snare it. 2 outs quickly here in the 8th. Bring up Howie Kendrick, who's 0 for 2. Olson, the 3rd Mariner pitcher, just joining us. Bedard started 95 pitches over 5 innings. Gave up the 2 runs, 2 homers, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Brandon Morrow, 2 innings. 6 up, 6 down baseball. Here's the 0-1. That is not coming back. Howie Kendrick has just left the yard upper deck. He got all of that 0-1 offering for his 4th home run, his 20th RBI. Howie Kendrick.
He ended up getting an 0-1 fastball. Haven't seen too many baseballs going to the upper deck. This one right in the middle of the plate. So the Angels lead 3-0 on 3 solo home runs.
That had that sound to it. Top of the order, Figgins, strike 1. They generally don't butter their bread with home runs, but good grief, they did tonight. One fan up in the upper deck paying attention, comes away with a souvenir. Swing and a miss. Angels a game over 500 entering tonight. So that home run coming with 2 outs, as did the Rivera blast in the first. Matthews shot in the third was a leadoff effort. And we've seen this show before. Figgins, how about last night? 13 pitch at bat to start the game.
Ended up grounding out to second base. Nice job by Chris Jakubowskis to stay with it.
How about that? Off the fist. Uni's going to have to hurry. Not going to get him. Base hit.
Comes in, tries to glove it. Probably his best chance is if he could barehand that ball. I'm not sure gloving it, he was going to have time to get Figgins anyways with his speed.
Inning lives here in the 8th. Ibar is 0 for 3. So the Angels come into tonight's game 13th in the American League in home runs. Mariners are 12th. Oakland's 14th. And the Angels have a 3 home run night. To left field, Ballantyne's not going to be able to get it. It drops in front of him for a base hit. So some 2-out damage here in the 8th inning. Runners at first and second. 3 consecutive hits. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. So Olsen got the first 2 outs. Quinlan struck him out on a 1-2 pitch. Bounced out. Matthews did. And then 3 straight hits. And now Don Wakamatsu is going to come and get him. A 3-0 Angels lead as we wrap up this 4-game series. Denny Stark will come on and try to end it right here in the 8th. by Howie Kendrick. He leaves with runners at first and second, and Denny Stark, right-hander, bring him in to try to get Juan Rivera. Juan Rivera this evening homered in the first, walked in the fourth, flied out to right in the sixth inning. Denny Stark's sixth game as a Mariner. Misses off the plate.
A bit of an unusual game. Mariners losing 3-0, but this will be the first time an Angels hitter is going to hit with a runner in scoring position tonight.
Wow. Highly unusual.
Yeah. 3 solo home runs, and it's the first time they've had a runner in scoring position.
Stark taking a long look. Kenji signs 3-0. 3-0 Angels. Denny Stark, he of the 2 Tommy John surgeries. A play by Rivera. Angels will return to Southern California. They'll play the Freeway Series. First 2 meetings with the Dodgers Friday, Saturday, Sunday. White Sox come to town next week, and as do the Mariners. 1-1. Mariners just 4 hits tonight. Second go through by Kenji on the signs. 1-1 pitch. Ball and 2 strikes. Mariner pitching. They've struck out 10 Angels tonight. The 3 long balls have been very costly. Here's the 1-2. Gets through Kenji. Runners advance. A wild pitch for Denny Stark. And his first wild pitch of the season. Second and third now. And a 2-2 count to Rivera. Rivera wants to go to work, and Stark can't seem to get together with Kenji here. Two and 2 with 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. He got him. So they stranded 2 runners in scoring position. We go to the 8th inning. 9-1-2 coming up for the Mariners. Work to do, trailing 3-0. Visit MoneyTreeInc.com for a location near you. MoneyTree, choices are good. Back here at Safeco Field, a 3-0 Angels lead. Home eighth coming up. Gutierrez, Ichiro, and Beltre for the Mariners against the new pitcher Scott Shields. And tremendous effort tonight by their starters. Joe Saunders, as we look at Shields' numbers, he's got 5 holds, his ERA 7.36, part of the bullpen issues. The bullpen's not been good. It's been at the bottom of the heap in the American League, while the starters have been among the top groups in the league. Joe Saunders, heck of an effort. 7 innings, shutout baseball, 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. One and one now to Gutierrez, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Came up in a big situation. 5th inning. Lopez singles, Betancourt singles, both go to the right side. Gutierrez first pitch tried to bunt, and tried to bunt for base hit, fouled it off. Next pitch popped out to the first baseman. Saunders, by the way, 101 pitches, 61 strikes, 2-1 to Gutierrez on the outside corner. Here's the line on Joe Saunders. 4-hit shutout ball.
Yeah, he pitched well tonight. Pretty good two-seamer. A lot of change-ups.
2-2 to Gutierrez. Fouls it off. Scott Shields. Well, you saw that ERA. Maybe the Mariners can get something done late here against this bullpen. Their bullpen has been way off its usual course. To center field, Torrey Hunter barely moves. 1 out. 1 down, tap the order. Ichiro coming up. Casey Keller. The Seattle Sounders FC return to action Saturday night. They take on the Colorado Rapids in a Western Conference MLS battle from Commerce City, Colorado. Coverage gets underway at 10:30 p.m. on FSN and FSN HD. Ichiro with a base hit. Good to hear that the Sounders they've added 4,000 seats in the lower bowl on the sides. The popularity of soccer really blossoming here. People coming out and watching the great game. Ball and strike to Ichiro. Mariners down 3-0. 3 solo home runs. Rivera, Matthews, and Kendrick. Those homers coming out of the 3-hole, the 8-hole, and the 9-hole. 2-1.
You said it earlier, the Mariners really not putting too much pressure on the Angels. They've just 4 hits for Seattle.
A lot of quick innings, too.
Yeah.
Strike 3 called. Ichiro's gone. 2 down. 2 outs here in the 8th. Well, one of the bright spots for the Mariners tonight, 6th inning, Adrian Beltre with a base hit. Broken 0 for 23 slump. I guess the Angels going through direct opposite. Hey, there it is, another base hit for Beltre. Here he comes. Back-to-back base hits for Beltre, and he went the other way this time. Comes with 2 outs.
We talked about Adrian swinging the bat well last night. Not a nice couple of hits. Concentration, staying behind that ball. Hit it hard through the right side.
Mike Sweeney 0 for 3. If Mike can get something going here with 2 outs, we'll keep it going with 2 outs. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Sweeney flied to left, bounced to shortstop, popped up to the catcher Napoli. Mike trying to break an 0 for as well, 0 for 13. Bouncing ball, Figgins, Ibar, settles, throws, and he got him. What a strong arm by Eric Ibar, backing up Figgins. That'll end the inning. 9th inning coming up, 3-0 Angels. Match 4. Well, Texas loses again. Detroit gets him. Gerald Willis beat him last night. How about this game? Bunch of home runs. Joe Mauer had a grand slam among some of the long balls there. Carl Pavano goes to 4-4 with that Cleveland victory. Yankees with some more home runs at the stadium. It's Torrey Hunter pulled. Boston takes out first place Toronto. So Boston and the Yankees win. So Boston now a half game behind Toronto. The Yankees a game and a half back in that tough American League East. Torrey Hunter bouncing ball. Betancourt. 1 out. Sunday, all kids 14 and under. They're going to take home a Mariners wristband watch, courtesy of Pepsi and QFC. That's also when the Mariners and Giants close out their 3-game series and Little League weekend. Enjoy an afternoon of baseball. Get your tickets at mariners.com. On out, top of the 9th, here's Mike Napoli. Denny Stark, the third, make that the 4th pitcher. The Mariners tonight. Bedard, Morrow, Olsen, and now Denny Stark. Stark came in to get the final out of the 8th inning. Ball and a strike to Napoli, 0 for 2 with a walk. Didn't like that call. Two and 1. Ryan Fuentes, the closer, preparing to throw the bottom of the 9th inning. Three and 1 to Napoli with Morales on deck. Three and 1 to Napoli. And he's aboard with a walk. Well, Mariners have turned 1 double play tonight. That was back in the 4th. If they can get one here, Kendry Morales ran out to second, struck out twice.
Hopefully Denny will be pitching him away. There's a big hole on the right side for Morales to pull a ball through.
Count evens at 1-1 to Morales.
Against Fuentes, Mariners have Valentin, Brandon, and Jojima coming up.
A 1-1. Misses away. 4 switch hitters in this starting 9 for Mike Scioscia. Morales is one of them. The other, Figgins, Ibar, and Matthews Jr. Two. $18,468 on hand here at Safeco Field this evening. Now start. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Morales. Quinlan's on deck. Dino Abell in the foreground, the third base coach. Diving back is Napoli. Give you an idea what kind of night it's been offensively for the Mariners. They've had 10 or fewer pitches seen in an inning 3 times tonight. Good jump by Gutierrez, long run, and he's there. Napoli has to retrace his steps. He had passed second. It appeared that he retouched second on the way back.
And he did. Take a look at him. It's okay to pass second base as long as you touch it going back to first, and he clearly does. That gets back easily. Ball deep in the left center.
Seen that happen a bunch of times where guys
just peel across the infield. Forget about it. Yeah, that happens, which is amazing to me.
I hear you. Mets lost the game the other day. Daniel Murphy flat missed third base coming around scoring from second. Would have been the lead run. Missed third coming around. You're shaking your head. That's what I saw. I'd heard about it.
Yeah, I don't understand how you can do that.
I don't either. I'd heard about it driving home and then saw it and said, no way.
Sometimes I can see guys missing second because they're watching the outfield and the play in front of them, whether they should go or not. And so,
and you're trying to pick up your third base coach.
Yeah,
and
your steps get messed up and you get around it. But once you're going around third, there's nothing to look at other than third base coach. He's right there, and you already know if you're going to score, and he's probably waving you early, and you miss the bag.
Cost you a game too. Quinlan struck out 3 times. A strike away from the golden sombrero.
They're missing third base. I don't know how they feel about him now, but they like Murphy, don't they?
Hits like crazy.
Yeah.
So it keeps him up in the bigs. Ninth inning action. Angels have played home run derby here tonight. Rivera, Matthews, and Kendrick all solo home runs. Two and two. Start trying to get his ball club back in the dugout so they can get ready to swing the bats. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Starks ready. Kept it in play. Brandon makes a nice snare there, and now it's time for the Mariners. Better late than never. They've got Valentin, Brandon, and Jojima. They'll have to get it done against Brian Fuentes. Tomorrow, Giants come to town. Interleague play begins. It'll be Randy Johnson going for career win number 299. Jason Vargas 1-0. He's pitched 2 terrific games. Got a no decisions for his efforts. He's been impressive. Look at that ERA of 1.29. Saturday, when the Mariners and Giants continue their interleague series, all kids 14 and under take home a Mariners drawstring backpack thanks to Pepsi and QFC. Round up your team, head out to Little League weekend at the ballpark. Visit Mariners.com for your tickets. And now the Mariners to go to work against a guy who's averaged 28 saves in each of the last 4 years. He's accumulated 115 saves during that time, Brian Fuentes. And a name for himself over in Colorado. Completely different look from Frankie Rodriguez. He's our Nissan shift to the bullpen. He's 10 out of 12 in his save opportunities. Valentin could not check his swing, says Brian Knight. 0-2.
19 strikeouts in 13 2/3 innings. Just 6 walks.
Oh, 0-2 to Valentin. Vladimir tonight 0 for 3. Struck out looking his last time. Don Wakamatsu needs a rally from his ball club right now. 9th inning. To center field, Hunter. Easy jog in, 1 out. Fuentes has really enjoyed his time here, the early going here with the Angels. Spoke to him last time they were in. He's fit right in with his new ball club after becoming a premier closer with Colorado. Brandon, a couple of walks and a strikeout tonight. Early part of Fuentes' career, he was a starter. One and one. He looks like he's murdered on lefties.
Well, it's especially tough when you have to give them a strike, which is basically what the Mariners are doing. They need base runners, so the guys are taking a strike. So you put yourself in a hole right away. And right now, Brandon's seen nothing but fastballs from him. He still hasn't seen a good slider from Fuentes.
Fuentes used to be with the Mariners organization. Here's the 1-2. Colorado got him from the Mariners for Jose Paniagua, Denny Stark for infielder Jeff Cirillo. With Paniagua and Stark for Cirillo back in December of 01. Goes the other way, does Brandon. That's a base hit. One out base runner.
Throws him another fastball out over the plate. Brandon hits it hard into left field. Nice swing, stays behind that pitch. Sits on the outer half.
Fuentes, the third Angel pitcher tonight. Russell Brandon picks up a base hit. Tenth hit of the homestand for Russell Brandon. One out, Kenji Jojima, 0 for 3. Strike one. Kenji's grounded out the third and twice popped up to the second baseman, Howie Kendrick. This has an unusual aiming mechanism, but he makes it work. I mean, that's not going to be something you right out of the textbook in terms of delivery.
Yeah, it's almost like he pauses a little bit and then starts up again as he gets ready to throw. It's almost a little bit of a pause, and he cocks his arm and then
pulled Kenji, popped him up. Figgins is there, 2 outs. Jose Lopez, last hope here, 2 outs, runner on. Mariners down 3-0. Lopez 1 for 2 against Brian Fuentes. Brandon will take second. And difference. Strike one to Lopez.
quick conversation, see what sign they're going to go with a runner at second base. Napoli go through a series of signs. I want to be clear on which one they're going to use.
Well, if you thought the Mariners had a little edge with their numbers 8-3 against lefty starters and 3-1 here at home, boy, it didn't pan out. 0-2. Lopez can keep it going. The on-deck man is Yuniesky Bedard. You get Brandon at second. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Fuentes, up high. What a pitching performance by the Angels this evening. Especially their starter, Joe Saunders, 7 innings of shutout baseball. The pitch to Lopez, bouncing ball. Figgins will take it, throws across, and that'll do it. Angels win it by the count of 3-0, and they take this series 3-1. And a series head-to-head on the season, Mariners and Angels tied at 5-5. Not a good hitting performance at all by the Mariners this evening. Joe Saunders, the reason he picks up the win.